Jengu or Mingyu, plural for Jengu, is a water spirit. Jengu myth is widely known in the African region of the world, especially in Cameroon. They resemble the Ma people but were thought to be gap-toothed and had long, woolly hair. Jengu belief was popularly practiced among ethnic groups in Cameroon, particularly among the Sawa, the Bakweri and the Dioula. The Sawa believed these spirits could act as an intermediate between the living and the spiritual. Jengu or Mingyu were also thought to cure diseases and played important role in certain tribal rites, such as a child who had just entered adulthood. Among the Bakweri, Jengu cult served important part of young girls' rites of passage to womanhood. In some traditions, Jengu replaces the class of Mingyu, while in others, it acts as their leader. Bakweri beliefs talk of a female spirit named Mojali or Mojel. Mojali became the progenitor of the Mingyu when she lost a bet to Moro, the ancestor of mankind, over who could build a long-lasting fire. Moro won the right to stay in the village, but Mojali was forced to the sea. Mojali was a powerful figure among the Bakweri people, so much that many believed children under the age of 7 may die if they hear it uttered. The Mingyu are said to be the wives of the rats, as the ancestor of the rats also lost the bet and fled to the forest. An alternate tradition among the Bakweri names this water spirit Lingyu Lamwenya and makes her the consort of Ifazamoto, spirit of Mount Fako, Mount Cameroon. Long ago, the two came to terms relating to boundary. It was agreed that Ifazamoto would reside in the mountain, while Lingyu Lamwenya would inhabit the sea. In 1992, lava from Mount Fako eruption made all the way to the ocean that led many believe it was a sign that the spirit was visiting his wife. Membership in Jengu cult differed among tribes. Amongst the Dioula, membership was originally reserved to free, pure-blooded, and primarily male, while the Bakweri consists primarily female, although recent development includes both male and female. Jengu worship and ceremony is related to healing and medicine. The highest profile Mingyu ceremony today is the annual Ngodo celebration in Dioula, which was first held in 1949. The night before the feat's culmination, members hold a private ceremony at Jebala Island on the Wari. Sacrifices are made to the water spirit in form of prepared package of gifts. The next day, the offering is presented to the Mingyu during a public ceremony on a beach near Douala. A cult member dives into the sea and stays down as long as possible. Afterwards, he returns to the shore with a message about year to come. When choosing a successor of Ngodo presidency, a Jengu cult is held wherein the traditional diver goes into the river under the supervision of the traditional ruler. The undisclosed custodian, accompanied by 2 men and a woman, embark on a ritual boat. The diver submerges himself in the middle of the river and stays underneath the water for 3 to 10 minutes. It is believed that he visits the kingdom of their ancestors, spirits, beneath those waters. He returns with the news of a successor and a coded message from the gods of the land in a calabash. One thing that remains a mystery is that the calabash which the diver holds as he re-emerges from underneath the river is dry. The Bakweri practice 2 major induction rites, a way of initiating eligible candidates into their cult. In the Lingyu Landiu, a sizer or collapse is considered a sign to the cult members that a girl is ready for induction is spoken to in a secret Lingyu language, and if she understands any of it, the traditional healer begins the initiation rites. It includes seclusion, following a strict set of taboos, and seeing vision of spirits, receiving a secret name and being taught in the secret Lingyu language. The healer eventually releases her to the custody of a group of men and women singing in Lingyu language. Others try to capture a crab from the waters as it represents the Lingyu spirit. After several months of seclusion, a feast is called in her honor, to which initiation ends. Another Bakweri induction rites includes tracking a young girl who had disappeared into the bush by her relatives singing to her in Liangyu language and carrying cult insignia made of wicker. When found, she is hidden for several months. Outsiders may visit, after which a feast is held in her name. She and her sponsor alone go into the forest. The initiate is dressed in traditional regalia of fern fronds and her body coated in red camwood. She is led back to the village tied to the middle of a long rope to which two groups play a tug of war over her until the rope breaks or she collapses. The cult members call to her 9 times in the Liangyu language. This causes her to stand back up. A few more weeks pass with series of taboos, after which the traditional healer bathes her in a stream and her initiation ends. Both process of the Minyu induction takes most of a year.